So what's up? Welcome back to another Gran Turismo 4 stream. So today we're gonna try to get through as much of the game as we reasonably can using only rare cars. Now, the definition of rare is very subjective, I would say. So we're gonna have to just kind of nail something down. Like we have to nail it down to a certain number of like produced cars. Otherwise, we're not really gonna get anywhere. Glowstick, thank you for the 25 months as well, thank you. Good to see me back on GT4. I do intend to be back a little bit more on Gran Turismo in general. Because I feel like I kinda, you know, forgot about these games. So as like a general baseline, I would say a car is rare if it hasn't been built more than 1,000 times. That I think is a fine baseline. You can still debate that a car is rare even if it has built like 1,500 times or whatever. But I think up to 1,000 is where like I don't think there should be any arguments, right? Like if it hasn't been built more than 1,000 times, it's rare. Period. Right? So I think for now we can just kind of like set that into stone and try to play with that. The thing is, I obviously don't know how much any car has been built, so we're gonna have to just kind of reference this with info I could find online. Also, definition of rare and how many cars exist in real life today also counts if you want. So if a car has been built more than 1,000 times, but there are less than 1,000 models available today, I think that should still also count as rare. So yeah, I think let's just leave it there. I think for now we can just use that as a baseline. What about rare trims like Master Speed 6? I think that also counts, yeah. Like a trim, like a different trim of a car is still more rare than the regular car. So I think that counts. Does 0 count as rare? Yeah. I think it does. I'm still a little bit sick if you can hear, but I'll try not to let it stop me today. Okay, so that that naturally begs the question, what car do we even get now? Because, well, we got 10,000 credits. What can we buy in the beginning that's rare? Like, what rare car can you buy that's less than 10k? I don't know. I think the hardest part is actually going to be in the beginning. Do license tests and hope I get lucky. I do have the randomizer enabled, so we could just get a randomized price cut from the license test. We have to do it anyways, but I would like to at least check if there's something we could theoretically buy. Like, what about the Cube X? Is this rare? I would say probably not. Like, this is probably not rare. Maybe in another country, but not rare in general. Am I feeling any better since last stream? No, not at all. I wanted to stream on the weekend, but I didn't feel any better. I still don't feel any better, but now is like the point where I just want to stream. Yeah, the beginning is gonna be tough, man. Like just finding something we can use. Also just realized a few things. Okay, that's good. I think the best bet is to go license testing and get a Skyline GTR N1. Those have production numbers under 1,000. Okay. Yeah, I'm browsing through the used car dealer. None of these strike me as rare. I mean, the TVR Griffith 500 might be. Could this be rare? It's way too expensive anyways. For the first car, we could maybe do an exception. Right? Like we just say like if it sold like a little bit more than 1,000, it gets a pass. Like maybe we could be a little bit more lax in the beginning. Toyota Serra is rare. And this one. How many models exist of this one? We could afford it. Around 15,000 sold in Japan. I mean, it is, I think would classify it as uncommon. For mass-produced car, it is rather rare. It's probably the rarest car we can reasonably get in the beginning. I mean, we still have this one here, the historic showroom. Oh, what about this? Triumph Spitfire? 1,500. What if the 1,500 is for the amount of models that got produced? Relatively common? Rare? $315,000 units. Yeah, I don't think that's rare. Nah, I don't think. I don't think there's anything rare here. I was thinking maybe the Nissan BE1 or the Renault 5 Turbo. These are like the only other ones. But I think we'll move on to the license center. What about any of the French cars that aren't Renault or Peugeot? The thing is, I'm looking through the used car dealer. We can obviously just buy anything as long as I can afford it. It doesn't need to be anything from here. Do those 1,000 have to be for the whole production of the car? Not just the specific spec in here. That is not a shot I'm drinking, by the way. This is medicine. I just want to make that clear. Okay. So, not super promising to look into the dealerships here. So, I would just head to the license center and, yeah, hope for something good. Once again, the randomizer is enabled, so, there's a good chance we get something. Usually I can get a silver here with relatively little effort. It has been so long since I played this game, though, so I don't want to, like, you know... I don't want to guarantee anything. But let's see. First time on GT 4 in God knows how long. Of course I get an instant gold. Yeah, I mean, why not? As you do. As you do. Lovely. A sickness buff, yeah. What car am I hoping for? Well, anything rare. What would be good rare car to start with? That's kind of reasonable. Man, it's like riding a bicycle, dude, playing this game. Some things you just don't unlearn. Insane. I'm playing absolutely out of my mind. Would race cars be rare? Yeah, pretty much. I think we can confidently say any kind of race car is rare. Is it like, is there any race car that doesn't count as rare? Unk still got it. Okay, no, I've definitely fucked that now, though. We could at least try to aim for silvers here. Washed XTD. I don't have it after all. More of the price custom licenses in this mode, these are randomized. We have the randomizer enabled. And I think for the Nismo, don't I need to get all golds? I could disable the randomizer still. If you guys think this is more interesting without the randomizer, we could disable it. Because then we could just kind of plan ahead. But the thing is, I already know many of the price cards in the game. I would kind of ruin it for myself. Because then we can already, especially because the price cards in the base game oftentimes are rare. They already are rare. Like, you don't actually need to do anything. You know? That's the thing. Anyway, time for driving school music. Wait, why did it exit, dude? It's an A license bronze. Yeah, I mean, that's just boring, you know? Then I would just get bronze on the A license and then just play it from there and then get the regular price cars and then... Well, that's already kind of it, you know? We could obviously implement a no price car rule, but I think that's more boring than having just randomized price cars and are like being allowed to use them. What version of GT4 randomizes this? Latest version of the Spec 2 mod. At least I think, I'm not sure. Might be a version behind. Don't fail this. Can we consider... Okay, here's the thing. Are special colors considered rare? I kind of want to count it. You guys are going to hate me for it, but I kind of want to count rare colors as rare car. That would be kind of playing on a technicality. But rare is rare. Like, it says rare car. It doesn't mean what part of the car is rare. I'd be fine with it. So if we can find a pink Vitz, that's rare. At the same time, I'm not sure if you're gonna like that, but at the same time, we could, theoretically, just repaint an existing car into a rare color. That would make it rare. But it's kind of like, it feels a bit like cheating, you know? It's kind of like you catch a regular Pokemon and you just paint it shiny. Like, it doesn't make it shiny. You know? Oh, dude, I actually need to do that again. That's not silver. What about concepts? Yeah, I mean, concepts are rare too. R33 Skyline Midnight Purple sold 2,000 units. Yeah, depends. If you can find a Subaru Legacy Blitzen, you're good. Only 400 units built. I think we saw one of these in the used car dealer. I think we had one in there. And 22B is a safe pick too. Okay, I'll keep those in mind. That is a fail. Yep. This game looks so crisp. Emulator optimizations and yeah, there's also texture packs as well. That was way too early. Actually, no, that was perfect. God damn! It's almost like I've done that 1,000 times already. Wait, how is this only a bronze? That felt way faster. I think this was always one of the more difficult ones here. But definitely trying to at least get silvers everywhere, that way we get 2 prize cards. If they're not rare, it's fine, we can sell them and then maybe buy something else that's rare. Like, I'd be fine with that. It's almost like 100% of the game before. The thing is, when I didn't do the licenses. You didn't need to gold all of the licenses. So I've still never done that. I did get all golds in Gran Turismo 1 and 2. But none of the others. Except maybe like GT5 and 6, because they're super easy in both. Actually, not 5, but 6. Also, isn't this car usually silver? Might be a Spec 2 thing. Or like light blue, yeah. It's another older GT game what I would 100%. I mean, Gran Turismo 4 Prologue I haven't 100%ed yet. So maybe that one. GT3 is too repetitive. This one I've already done. So I don't know. Not sure if I would do another one at this point. If you want to count GT5 as old, then maybe that one. Ah, dude, the B-Spec is so boring though. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I would. 6 seems fun. Should be gold. Easy. So there shouldn't be many tests left at this point. I was about to say that felt really slow, but then it was a gold. Good thing I shut up about that. Okay, good enough. Yeah, the seal track. Still hate when someone pointed that out to me. Now I really cannot unsee it. Eden, you are sleeping. Yeah, dude, I haven't added emotes in like 3 years, man. So I'm not really up to date on the emote game. The thing is, right now I can't really play anymore Assetto Corsa because I don't have the hard drive space for it, like the SSD space. I had to move my entire install to a cloud because when Forza Horizon came out, it took up pretty much just as much space that I don't have at the moment. So yeah, Assetto Corsa is kind of on ice at the moment. I'd love to check it out though, like the co-op mode. Not sure if anyone would like to play it, especially because they need the same mod set, I think, right? Yeah, the randomizer's on. I mean, Jenstick, if you want, I can add you as an editor on 7TV. And then you can add emotes. That is dangerous. Chat, is this car rare? Can we just take this from the license center and use it? I think it would be a beast, honestly. $1.3 million units sold. So I didn't read the million. What did you say? Only 1.35 units sold? So 1 1/3 of the car? Yeah, I'd say that's pretty rare. No Glot this time though. Damn. Oops. Did not mean to go back. Okay, only one more. The graduation test. I think this was a little bit difficult to get a silver on actually. So I need to try to be a bit faster here. If we want 2 cars. Okay, was that good enough? Yes, okay. Let's see. what GT game do I think has the hardest licenses to gold? I haven't done all of them, but man, GT1 was kind of ass. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sure which was harder, honestly. GT1 or 2, or I think they were kind of similar, honestly. Difficult in different ways for different reasons. Okay, let's see. Prize car number 1. Is it rare? Yeah, I think that's pretty fucking rare, alright? Oh my god! Yeah, I think that's my randomizer luck striking again. Yeah. Chat, are we sure there's not more than 1,000 of these? Are we sure? Are we really sure? Okay, prize car number 2. Oh my god! Are you fucking kidding me? What is this seed again, man? What is my luck? This isn't even a randomizer competition, man. Oh my god. Whatever. Max win, dude. Yeah, I think that's rare. I think they're both pretty fucking rare. Oh my god. Dude, I don't even want to get the gold. What the fuck would the gold be even at this point? Should we maybe say no to race cars? Yeah, this is like genuinely like almost perfect start to the career, man. Like we already have a game-winning car. That's ridiculous. Or should the be a pattern Motorwagen? It has to be. Oh lord, okay. You know what, let's just do... Oh, dude! I forgot. We need a car that's priced less than 30k for the Sunday Cup. So otherwise I can't enter. Okay, that means we actually have to look through the used car dealers. To find something. It just got updated, so we can check through it again. Nismo 270R would be rare. I'm pretty sure that is rare. The problem is I'd have to sell a car. But that would work. It's less than 30k. Actually, we can't be sure about that. Because that's the sale price. It doesn't mean that the value is also less than 30k. We could do other championships here. A Nissan 1 makes that'll accept the Nismo? Maybe, maybe not. But that is actually a rare car, yeah. Only 30. Only 30 that were built. And nothing here. Oh, the historic showroom. Oh, this. Probably definitely not rare. Probably not. The Cosmo? I mean, it's so expensive anyways, but... Yeah, there's definitely some rare cars here, but nothing we can afford. I would use the cars that we got from the license and just rip with these. Just rip it. I could take the Cosmo, but I don't have money for it. I would have to sell one of the ones that I got, which understandably I don't want to do. But we need to keep checking the dealerships for a car that we can use. That's very important. Also forgot to disable the assist. That should be fine. We should be fine in this. Okay, I lied. I mean, we're probably gonna be fine, but really annoying to drive. Okay, I think I have to go back here. Ah, there. Turn both that off. Could turn the traction control off too, honestly. But Guessing concept cars don't count as rare cars in this game? I'm not sure what you mean. For the challenge, yeah, obviously they count as rare. I don't see why they wouldn't. But man, what a start. That might honestly be the strongest start to any GT4 randomizer I've ever had. Like the double whammy combo of this and the 905 race car is ridiculous. Like honestly, the only thing that could beat that is if you just get the Formula GT on the spot. That would be the only thing that could beat it. But it's definitely rocking road tires though. Doesn't have as much grip as you'd expect. Man, reading the name Nike 2022 feels so weird these days. Like that number sounded or looked so futuristic at some point. And now it's 4 years in the past. It's so weird. What a weird feeling. Yeah, like Nuketown 2025, yeah. Like, wasn't the future in Back to the Future 2015? Yeah, exactly. 2015 is old by now, man. That is old. That is distant past. Did we actually get this? Xbox, we got something even better for the silver reward. Like, there's only like a small handful of cars that would be better. I'm not sure. Well, suffice to say, my randomizer luck once again is on point. I think if this was the randomizer race from February, I would have already stopped. Just get the license and get out. Buddha Hello Kitty. Only a few years away from the future in the Terminator series. Was that 2030? I never watched the movies. Yeah, no cheating equals better luck, yeah. I'm not sure if that's how it works. I mean, if you believe in karma, then I guess it is. Is that S13 actually pulling? Can't quite believe it. Yeah, I mean, this car is not as fast as it looks. That I will definitely say. It looks like some super fast, like, race car that can hit 300 on a dime, but it's really not that much faster than a regular, like, sports car. Yeah, I mean, it is, yeah, exactly, it is a homologation model. I think it's mainly because of the tires. Nah, I don't think the tires... I don't think better tires would give you that much more speed. Around corners, sure, but... straight line speed would be mostly unaffected. Alright. Of course, join us. Ridge Racer 4 music plays. Sorry, what music? What music are you talking about? I don't hear anything. What we missed so far? I mean, we just got started. We got 2 prize cards from the license center. One better than the other one. I'm driving the other one. So you can only imagine what else we got. Anyway, what's up, King Jack? Actually, have you even watched? I mean, of course you probably have, but when was the last time you watched Nightmare Before Christmas? Because I've been playing a lot of Kingdom Hearts again recently, and it made me realize how I didn't even watch that many Disney movies as a kid. Like, most of the movies in that series, but most of the movies that make an appearance in that series, I'm really unfamiliar with. Like, I think the only cars, cars, yeah, that was definitely one of them. But one of the, like, some of the only Disney movies I remember watching were, Cars, Finding Nemo. What's the one with the monsters? Monsters, Inc. What else? Lilo and Stitch. I think it was already kind of it. I mean, maybe I watched, like, some other movies, like, once. But those were, like, the ones that I watched more than once. That we had on DVD. Watched Cars religiously as a kid, yeah. The thing is, I never even watched any of the sequels. I never watched the first one, but apparently it was the best one, so... Don't feel like I missed out on much. I did play one of the Cars video games. I think it was Made National. That one was actually good fun. Yeah, I heard good things about Treasure Planet. Like, as a kid, I always thought it was kind of boring. Like, there was an ad for it on the DVD that we had for Lilo and Stitch. I always thought it looked so boring as a kid, but I think you just need to be an adult to really appreciate that one. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, The Incredibles I also watched a bunch, yeah. Yeah. I think, yeah, from The Incredibles I also had a game from. Toy Story. Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing. I was not a Toy Story kid, dude. I was not a Toy Story kid. Just completely missed that one. Yeah, Ratatouille I watched once or twice, I remember. It was pretty good. Okay, around here, only 2 corners left. And then we should have the FR Cup done. What do you think the chances are that I get another overpowered prize car? Can we pull in the head trick? I doubt it. There's more ordinary cars in this game than crazy overpowered ones. I don't think we'll get anything crazy. What price car are we going for? So ideally something rare that's less than 30k. Because we still need to do the Sunday Cup. Let's see. What will it be? That is not rare. I don't think that's rare enough to use. So we have to get rid of it. I'll take it. Yeah, it's free money. I'll take it. We could, because the thing is now we can sell this. And check if we can buy something from the used car dealers. Because the lineup was pretty promising. But we just didn't have the money for anything. So let's see. I think I saw something good in the was it used car showroom 1 or 2? I don't remember. Oh, that's been updated anyway, so it doesn't matter. That's been updated. Technically, how many stock S14s do we think are left? Honestly, I would say at least more than 1,000. More than 1,000, so not really relevant for the challenge. If you see something rare, just scream at me, by the way. Okay, we have a Midnight Purple 300ZX. I can't afford it, though. You mentioned this car is rare. The Legacy B4 Blitzen. How comes this is rare? How many did you say were produced of this? It doesn't really seem like a rare car at all. 400 units made only? Interesting. I mean, to be fair, I've never seen it, so... That's a Gen 3? Does that make a difference? You want the model up. I mean, you can keep looking. What about this one? S15? Varietta. What about the convertible? Storia? I'm not sure this is rare. Like, I can tell you I've seen plenty of these cars in Germany. Okay, we can check the other ones too. See what we have here. It says limited. 1,100 Variettas were made. Oh man, so close. Only 1,143. Yeah, that's 143 too many. Damn! Didn't think we'd find something where we could cut it so close. Oh, that's unfortunate. V Special Type 2. One of these Miatas has to be rare. Okay. Purple Skyline GTR, but you didn't... You mentioned the R33 in Midnight Purple isn't that rare. The R34 was. Only 800 J-Limited Miatas were made. Really now? Okay. So that is actually an option. I was like, one of these fucking Miatas has to be rare. Look how many there are. Like VR limited, S special, like... What about these two here? I mean, you can use the J limited one. N1 GTR? I mean, I can't afford it. It's too pricey. It's a VR limited, yeah. But we can just kind of lock in the J limited. 700 VR limited. So that's less than the J limited even. Because you mentioned it was 800. Okay, last we check the not the driving missions. The historic car dealer. But I would buy the VR limited Miata then. As we can find something super crazy here for even less. You get the B4 Blitzen, you'd have to drive it in manual. As apparently only 730 units were built with manual. That is actually a really funny loophole, but it doesn't, like, just because you drive the car in manual doesn't make it manual. Now you can mod that in if you want. Well, this particular skyline, this color, that feels too common. Yeah, I think this. Honestly, I think the Miatas here are pretty much the only thing we can get. think it was the wrong car dealer, yeah. Then let's get the Mjot. I did say special trims and colors count. And according to you guys, only around 700 of those were built. It's kind of nice color too. And then we can do the Sunday Cup with it. Let me change the oil real quick. Eggplant? That's not eggplant, come on. Yeah, plum. Plum makes more sense. Or cranberry, yeah. Actually, nice color with the, or like nice match with the beige top, soft top. That looks really damn nice. Love your videos, thank you. Still a little sick, but otherwise doing well. Surprised how much the Miata rips through here with no upgrades. How long have I been sick for, dude? At least over a week, man. It's super annoying. The thing is, it's at a phase where like I'm just about to feel better, but I've been in that state for so long. I'm just waiting to feel better now. Like the worst is, I already have like way past me. Worst is already way past me, but like I'm on the verge of just being well again for like 5 days now. It's super annoying. Six, 7 spotted? Was that the A-spec points? Oh, thanks, Galen, dude. Yeah, we'll turn this into a highlight video, and the VODs will also be up probably tomorrow, so I'll try to be more on time with that stuff. Ooh. How difficult do you think this playthrough will be compared to your others? Good question. Honestly, I don't think it's gonna be that difficult. We got a really good start with the prize cars we got from the license center, with which we could technically already beat the game. It really depends how many events we actually want to complete overall. I think that the main pain point is going to be the sports truck race. Because like, are there any sports trucks in this game that are rare? I'm not sure if they are. So we might honestly just have to make an exception for that. The Silverado concept, okay. Sure. Can't be too many if it's a concept. To the midget is actually extremely common. It's super common. But any concept car is usually good. Concept cars are not built more than once or twice, usually, so... anything we can get is good news. The question is, where do we get it then? Not sure if you can just buy it outright. I mean, it's not relevant until later, but... not a bad idea to kind of figure that stuff out sooner rather than later. Okay, I think last one. Bingo. Okay, try to get past the Renault. And past the other Renault. There's all the French cars here. This is a Grok TV lobby. Someone mentioned the legacy doesn't work. Needs to be a specific generation. Playing F1 2017 on Xbox. My condolences, dude. I hope we get to play some better games soon. What's the official name for this color? We can look it up after the race. When was since I saw your content, the glasses look good on you. Thank you. I don't actually need to wear them when I'm like at my PC, because I can see just fine. Stuff that's close, but I just got so used to them that I don't even know that I'm wearing them oftentimes, so I just keep them on. Motorwagen time. If I get a Motorwagen, you will be banned for jinxing. Alright, let's see. Prize card from the Sunday Cup. Usually I get something stupid here. What definition of stupid is flexible, but okay, we got something super average now. Good. S4 is not rare. Therefore needs to be sold. Okay, let's see. Should I at least get decent money from this? Mid as fuck. Okay, what's this color actually? Can I check this? Combination A Artvin Red Mika. Okay, there you go. Okay, we do need a front-wheel drive car. Front-wheel drive car, all-wheel drive, and MR. Actually, I think the 905 is MR, so we could just kind of cheat. Spider also, we can still use the Miata. Yeah, maybe even for the 4-cylinder shootout, yeah. Might be a little too slow though. Okay. Yoink the N1 GTR. If it's still there. Because they did refresh. That's a very specific stage here. We still need a wagon at some point. What about this one? Stagia 25T RS4S. That sounds specific enough to be rare. So maybe. What are these here? These Evos. TME? 12,000 made on the stage, damn. I mean, these are Tommy Makinen editions. These have to be rare. These have to be rare. Like, how many editions did Tommy Makinen make? It's so rare, not even Tommy Makinen himself owned one. 4,000 dude, really? I thought these would be like, I mean, not unicorns, but man. The red one is rare? Which red one? There's several red cars here. Turn 18 RS TMEs were made. Okay. That's at least one bit of info we have. What about the GSR? GSR sounds even more rare. TMEs are rare. Of course. They had to be. 4,000 for the GSRs. Okay. Whatever. I'm not gonna question this. We're gonna buy this. If this is rare, I'm just gonna buy it. Because that way we have a four-wheel drive car, which we do need as well. I'm gonna keep looking though. Before the dealership refreshes again. It's a different N1. He told me to buy an N1, but this is not. This is a different one. This is Sarah rare. Yeah, it is rather rare, but not rare enough. Oh, there it is. That's one we had before. I could just barely afford it. The thing is, I'm not sure why I should buy it at this point. Because we already have the Evo. Fulfills the same role. I'll check the historic. But we can buy the N1s. The GTR N1s, but I'm not sure why we would at this point. What's this? No, I think that's kind of it. R32 V-Spec N1, we're only 64. That is really rare. Should we buy one? The thing is, I can't use it in the main events, but might not hurt to just kind of have it on standby. Even if it is just for the Skyline 1 makes. So this one was only built 64 times. I mean, sure, fuck it. Why not? Rare cars are rare to come by in this game. So I think it's best that we just buy what we can. Okay, let's use that one then. For the four-wheel drive challenge. Actually, I should need the oil. Not exactly. Worst case, we could just throw these into one make. Because if we restrict ourselves to only rare cars in this game, we definitely can't do everything. That I can say for sure. Like, there will always be some stuff that we can't do. Because there are no rare cars that can enter the race. That's a stacked lineup here, I think. I do wonder though, people that just join the stream now, expecting me to drive something like stupid rare, and then they join. They just see the most standard like R32, and are like, what the fuck's so rare about this one? Well, it's one letter and one number in the name. That's all. Because someone decided it's rare. Yeah, we could get any race car. And I will. If we get any race cars, I'll use them. Like, race cars are amongst the rarest cars we can use here. Headlights different, super stripped, no ABS? Okay, what's this then, huh? I'm cheating again! Upgrade engines was basically a race car slate, okay. Headlights don't look too different though. I mean, it might just be the GT4 model, so you know. Or maybe we've been sold a fake. See, in one red headlights next to regular ones, you'll see the difference. Okay. Even here? Because it looked pretty regular to me. On the car model itself, I mean, yeah. In a K car, the Suzuki Kara is less than 100,000. Really? Rebadged AZ1. I'm not sure if it's even in the game, to be honest. It doesn't really sound like a car I've seen before. It might not exist. And I picked the music myself. I have a bunch of buttons here. With which I can just play whatever song I want. The in-game music is copyrighted, unfortunately. Yeah, exactly. It's like a soundboard with music. Sometimes if I'm lazy, I just resort to using a regular playlist instead, but I do like the control. So I can just play whatever I want. Like, for example, this song. when you stub your toe on the door frame. Okay, I think one more. Okay, I'm actually curious about the headlights. I'm gonna check that out. Hold on, let me pull that up. Okay, these are from the regular R32, and these are N1. Okay, yeah, I see the difference. I see it. And it does actually look like that in game. I see, I see. So basically flipped. Kinda? The middle part is kind of covered. In a way. Learn something new. New trivia fact about cars. That's how I know it's a good challenge. Missing the big circular bulbs, yeah. Makes sense if they want to make this race car ready, essentially. We try to trim the thread wherever you can. So what does the N1 stand for then? Number 1? Surely has some kind of meaning. Nice one. Nice drift. N1 is the old name for Super Taikyu. N1 Endurance Series. Oh, okay. Yeah, that does actually ring a bell. I think I've read that before. Okay, cool. I see, I see. Yeah, we discovered the Moai. Is it Moai or Moai? In the distance before. I kind of forgot what it was though. Do unusual variants of a car count as rare? Yes. In fact, we're driving one. Like the R32 GTR is not super uncommon. They're not super rare, but this particular variant is. It's the N1, which is a race-ready version that was only built 64 times. With, as we learned, special headlights. Alright, smooth. We already got an Evo TME. I think it was the RS. Forgot which lenses specifically, like which generation, but we did get one, just to be safe. All right, let's grab another prize com. Hope for something rare that we can use. Front-wheel drive would be nice. MR I don't think is necessary. Wagon would be nice. That might be rare. That color seems rare. Mariana Blue Pearl. 3000 GT SL. That feels rare. I'm not sure if it like, I mean, it has to be the color, if anything. I think the SL variant specifically probably not super crazy, but that color might be. If you guys want to check, super limited. Oh, you got the production numbers by color. Okay. Immediately pulling up with the receipts. Okay, wait. One thing after the other. So we got the one from 1996 SL, and it's Mariana Blue Pearl. Dude, Jesus Christ. How's there like a complete list for this? Okay, so we're looking for 1996. Not the spider, here. It's not listed. It's not listed at all. Wait. It's not listed. Is that color not listed here at all? One off? It might be one off. Dude, it's not listed at all here. Did they mistake the noob as Mariana? The noob Blue Pearl. What was the one that we have? Mariana Blue Pearl. Okay. Assuming it's the same one, assuming it's the same color, that means there are a total of 29. Oh god. 29 models. I mean, if you look at the numbers, they're all pretty rare. Right? Like if you look at the from 94, you have like a couple thousand here. They're all pretty rare. 691 units in Mariana for the SL. So it is rare. Nice. See, that's what I mean. Something about this felt rare. Cool. Can we use it at all for anything? Yeah, all of the 1996 SLs are pretty rare. Like, combined they are even at under 1,000. It's crazy. I'm not sure if we can use it for anything. Maybe the 6-cylinder shootout. But then again, we can also use the scanner for that, so... Yeah, maybe one make at most. But I don't need to sell it. I don't need to sell it. So let's see if we can find a front-wheel drive car. We still need one. Maybe we can find something here. Is that all the cars here? What the fuck? Nothing. For motion. What's with the 4 motion on the Bora? There's a lightning truck. Probably the only used truck in the Spec 2 mod. Voxel Vectra is not rare. There's only 29 Mariana Blue 3000 GT SLs from 96. Crazy. Not sure how rare this is. Stratos? Lime green? Can you check if the SL is front-wheel drive? Because I think it is. So, sure. Before I buy anything, it's probably a bad idea. Nah, it's all-wheel drive. Well, that would be rare. Lancer produced an estimated 900... Yeah, I can't afford the Stratos, it doesn't matter. And even if it's rare... I think... Isn't the 905 already MR? I'm a tripping. Yeah, we already have an MR car. I think I might use that next, actually. Because I don't think there's anything... And front-wheel drive and rare really does not fit well together. Try to find a rare front-wheel drive car. Like, what are you even looking for at that point? Yeah, I'll bring out the big guns. It's a Grand Sport FR. Might be. I'm not sure what I would want with that right now. You think he'll win the MR Cup? I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough, man. I need sports tires. Okay, that's gonna make that car handle like absolute garbage. But fine. Alright, in we go. How hard do you think it's gonna be? I think I'm gonna need to drive my ass off to win this. So I need to lock the fuck in. Can I lap them? No, probably not in 2 laps. Honestly, it doesn't even drive that bad. Considering we have spot stars on. Okay, rear definitely wants to slide already. I have a good front-wheel drive contender. They were 350 FTO GP version Rs made. Okay. That's a car I think, if in doubt, I can just buy straight from the Mitsubishi dealership. Wrong, used only? Who the fuck said used only? Or do you mean you can only find it in the used car dealer? If so, I would kinda suck. It doesn't show. Okay, okay. I mean, that kinda blows, honestly. That does kinda suck, if I'm being honest. Oh god. Okay, we can easily 300 here. That was a little late. Ouch. He's a little late again. I think the brakes are also weaker on lower level tires in this game, right? If I remember correctly. Now you can buy a brakes upgrade, but it doesn't actually do as much as just getting better tires. Okay, that was much better. Now we can use concept cars as well. Like I said, anything that's rare, even if it's a rare color or rare spec for a common car, we count that as rare too. And to be fair, like, I think we have to like allow some kind of leniency, otherwise you're really locking yourself out of most of the game. Oh shit. Forget this, Kudo. Would that even be rare, chat? Scudo? I'm not sure. Seems pretty common. I've seen those on the road every now and then. Not sure how rare that is. See him every day. Whoa, that was so close. I don't even want to know how close that was. Jesus. Mere polygons away. Anyways, GG's. Another prize card for the picking. Let's see what it'll be. Is that the yellow bird? That is rare. That has to be rare. That is most certainly rare. Surely. Unless someone has like a definitive number that's like, ah, nope. But I'd say this is definitely under under 1,000 produced. 29 units. Okay. That definitely qualifies. The problem is, well, we can use this for the Boxer Cup. This is actually fantastic. Right? We just have the Boxer Cup coming up. So we can definitely use it there. Alright. We gotta look for more cars though. I require more cars. Way more. I'm starting to think that the rare ones, or the rare models, are kind of already gone. And we still need a front-wheel drive car. We still need something that's lightweight, like for the lightweight K car cup. You said one of the FTOs, but neither of these, right? Was it like the GP version? Fuck me dead, I forgot. GP version R, yeah, okay. So not either of these. It's another N1. Apparently these are not that rare. At least not in the context of the game. That is a Midnight Purple 240SX with only 10,000 kilometers. With only 10 kilometers, sorry. That would be extraordinarily rare in real life. Unmodded. Is this rare? That is rare. That is a rare K car. The Altowork Suzuki Sport Limited, which is also the worst looking model this entire game has to offer. But I think that is rare enough. It is limited. Apparently 400. I would say it's rare. It is a limited sports version of a regular K car. So if you can't even find numbers online, I would say that it has to be rare enough. I'm gonna buy one of these, I think. I'm gonna buy it. In fact, I'm gonna get in. In fact, no, this one was front all-wheel drive, right? Yeah, it's not front-wheel drive, sadly. Goose has about 600, okay. So it's anywhere between like 400 and 600. Should it definitely is rare enough. Yeah, we don't need another skyline. Even if it is rare. What about this? That is also a wagon. Nissan Exa Canopy LA version Type S. That sounds so specific, it has to be rare. Yeah, it's a funky looking wagon. That is actually, if that's rare enough, that's a great find. Because that would be both something for the FF Cup and for the Wagon Cup. It looks super rare. Also weird to see a a wagon with pop-up headlights for some reason. If anyone can find some numbers on this, then let me know. Because that would be great find. Alright, what else do we have? Carina. Could be, maybe. Who just says Nissan doesn't have numbers? No numbers on that one. I'm gonna put the hammer down and say this is rare. We can hold a poll. And just kind of estimate if this would count or not. Exa is not allowed in the Wagon Championship for some reason? That is actually weird. I'll still take it. I'll still take it as a valid FF car. The Canopy LA version Type S is so rare that as of right now, only one is available on the major market of Japan. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's rare enough, guys. Did any of the descriptions say how many units there were? Not really. But it might say, might give us some insight. I don't think it says anything here. I'll take it, and it declared as rare. I'll put the hammer down. Fuck it, we ball. It's really not eligible for the Wagon Cup. Really now. Was that here? Concept Car Club. I feel like this is new. I haven't even done these races. Because I haven't played the full Spec 2 mod in a hot while. Damn! Yeah, whatever. You found less than 10,000 sold in Japan for all Exos. Yeah, then it has to be rare enough. Yeah, Concept Car Club is new to me, honestly. Can I shuffle fast enough? Might need to throw in an upgrade or two. Makes sense it's not eligible because it's more of a DIY mod, yeah. It is. It's just a repurposed coupe. Hey Thunder, thanks for the 31 months. Thank you, man. This thing needs more beans.
All fancy nuggets.
It needs more beans. Not too many though. It doesn't even need the turbo. I'll give it the flywheel. And I'll give it the weight reduction. I don't think I applied it. And I'm gonna call that enough. I'm gonna prove that it doesn't actually need any more power. Where's the weight reduction? I think I might have installed it in, actually. Is it already in? Am I blind? I guess it's already in. Stage 1 in the corner. Dude, am I blind? What is this stage 1? Bottom left. Oh, Dad! That's for the weight reduction. I've never seen this in my life before. I thought weight reduction is something you can just kind of apply like the rest. Oh! Okay. I'm an expert at this game. Still 200 points. Get the fuck out of here. Weight reduction is permanent. I mean, in a way, that makes sense. In a way, that does make sense. I'm at a Bowie knife. I don't think Bowie knife is in this game. So I think I'm afraid you're on your own on that one. 29 fights in mission 34. In this mod, it's mission 40. Because that one is infinitely worse. Oh, this car is struggling up the hill, man. It's struggling so hard. I'm actually gonna let him pass so I can get some slipstream. Okay, maybe I can't do it without power upgrades. Maybe that was a bit of a fool's errand. Yeah. You know what? Sometimes I should stop trying to be smart and just get that fucking turbo in, man. Like, sometimes it's better to just be a caveman about it. Just add the fucking turbo. It doesn't fucking matter. They even chip it. It doesn't matter. Doesn't make enough of a difference. Oh god. Okay, I refuse to be outsmoked by Cleo. So we better get on that. Like a true professional. Be fine. I will say I don't think one turbo upgrade would have been enough. I'm glad I got the other upgrades as well. Would have been tough. With just a turbo. Yeah, I'm punished, I remember as well. I still don't know how it happened. Could have honestly been an emulator issue. Oh god. So I might have a clip of that. Man, I think it happened a while ago, so finding the clip would be a tough ask. You're probably better off just watching my Gran Turismo 3 videos, honestly. Because I only made like 2 or 3 maybe. So it's definitely in one of them. Yeah, it must be in a YouTube video. Alright, congratulations, Exa. Actually managed to get across the finish line. Hallelujah. Now for my favorite track in the entire game, it's the Power of the Canopy. I feel like we might have an easier time here actually. Because we were really struggling on the straights. Like, I'll happily take more corners at this point.
What's going on? What's going on? What? I don't understand what's going on here.
A magnetic banana.
Give me a break.
Oh god. I feel like maybe I should have at least given this better tires.
I don't understand what's going on here.
Because the road tires really don't make this a fun drive. Oh, my 905 back from earlier.
Give me a break.
It is very much a cruise ship that I'm trying to maneuver through here. Or constituted as a rare car. So we basically said as long as there are less than 1,000 units of a car, it's rare. That's what we set as a baseline. I might not actually beat the 206 here, by the way. I'll try. But it does seem increasingly unlikely here. Yeah, there's no way. Oh, dude, I hate this car, man. It's just... Why are you such a goddamn boat?
I don't understand what's going on here.
I feel like honestly with maybe one more lap I could have maybe won. Ugh. Okay, fuck it. I'm going nuclear. I'm going nuclear on this car. What can we still do here? Tires was like the main thing. I think those might already be enough to win the previous race, but just don't want to drive this car ever again. So I'll also throw this in. Don't want to drive this more than necessary at this point. Stage 4 turbo. Yeah, I don't think I can quite afford that. I think we're still a little bit off. That's much better. Yeah, there are stage 5 upgrades on a few select cars if you go through the Tuna Village. I don't think I've ever used them that often though. If ever. Yeah, what was that other Gran Turismo 4 mod called that is still in development? It also added more AI NPCs and like rally races and such. I haven't seen an update from it in a while. What would I say is the worst handling car in the game? And the yellow birds is a handful. Yellow bird with no upgrades is a handful. And Buick Special is also, yeah, pretty rough. Retuned, yeah. Gran Turismo 4 retuned, yeah. Yeah, there's also a new mod for Gran Turismo 2, but I'm not sure if it's out already. Was it like the beige edition? That adds a bunch of like commuter cars? I'll definitely play that when it comes out, because more shit boxes, sign me up. Also, I very, very, very rarely stream GT2, so gives me the chance to play that a bit more often. Which I will happily take. GT4 needs a Pepega edition. So Mr. Xbass and his community are working on something kinda similar to that. But it's basically like I mean, it's not a full Pepega edition, but it's just a meme texture replacement. Yeah, Genius Turismo 4. That I will also play. There's a Celica in here now, dude. This is so rigged. And I actually can't keep up this time. Ridiculous. Only for Genius. Now this is a car from the base game. Found it in the was it the historic car dealer, right? I'm not sure if for the Genius Turismo stuff they want to do more stuff than just texture replacements. Because when it comes to GT4 you can do quite a bit at this point. Small teaser, my face might be visible on one track. For fuck's sake. You know that usually requires consent, right? That dead body in the boot. Maybe that would explain why it's still so sluggish. This could actually pass as a hearse, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it could. The problem is there's too many windows. So you'd have to just kind of blacken those out. But it could pass as a genuine hearse. Alright, there we go. Finally, I can dock this cruise ship somewhere. So hope it was at least worth our effort. Oh shit! Okay, wait, that is rare, isn't it? That should be rare enough. Did someone ask earlier if this car is fast in the game? Like during the race earlier? Wait, who summoned it? Someone mentioned this car earlier. Not sure if I can scroll up enough. Yeah, look at this. The Eevee is the ZZ2 OP in this game. You summoned it. Mentioned it for no reason earlier. And now it's spawned. What is that, like a reverse Jinx? Chat, can you please during the next race randomly start talking about the Formula GT? Just for no reason mention it, please? And ask like various questions? Okay. What can we even use this for? It's overdrive? Probably nothing. Nothing at this point. It's definitely rare enough, right? Like, surely there were not more than 1,000 of these. So we could do the lightweight cup. We can do the spider cup. We can do this. We can not do the sports truck race. We can not do the wagon series. We could do this. So we need a sports truck and a wagon somewhere. I'll check for new car spawns here. In case we find anything here. But yeah. That's like the only two things that I'm really looking for at this point. I guess we could also use a concept car at some point, but I think that one we'd have to win from somewhere. Nothing here. This is with the randomizer enabled. Oh, there's the FTO GP version R that you mentioned earlier. We don't have any use for it anymore, but it would be rare enough. Lotus Esprit V8. I mean, I can't afford it. What about this stager? Alltech version 260 RS. Sounds so specific. That sounds so specific that it has to be rare. 1.7K? Oh, for fuck's sake, dude. That is not rare enough, yeah. Really that many? God damn. Seems like such a special tune that there's only like 100 or so. Yeah, nothing here. Yeah. Go to the Wagon Impreza? Wait, what Wagon Impreza? Oops. In here? Wagon STI. This? How is this rare? I have literally seen one of these in real life. This is actually rare. Wrong gen, okay. Thanks for keeping an eye out though. Yeah, I don't think we have anything there right now. We'll have to wait for another refresh. So I guess it's Suzuki time? Oh, the gem before that in Wagon Form pretty rare, yeah. How come was the Silvia Varietta? Just barely over 1,000. Okay, this thing we definitely have to juice up a little bit. I will not win the K-Car Cup with this. It's less than 1,000 apparently, yeah. I mean, this is like, once again, special trim. The base model, like this thing is based on, surely like super common. This is like a limited special edition. I think we can actually leave the tires on. It's probably not doing anything. It just needs speed. We gotta go monkey on this. Monkey. Turbo go brr. And the flywheel, because this thing is probably not moving otherwise. Has decals, so it's special. And tires, I don't think we'll need tires. I think it's gonna be good enough. Gonna be good enough, look at that. 9 points race. I'm gonna show you how insane this car is gonna be. Watch this shit. Thank God there's no cappuccino here. But do we even have like a concrete number on this? I just assumed, honestly. I just assumed it's rare. I don't think we actually fully confirmed it. But I think it's mainly because there were no public numbers to this. Dustin looking extra peggable today. And chat is looking extra bannable today as well. Come on, it's a compliment. Yeah, I guess it is. It is. Bit of a weird one. Get your mind out of the gutter. But I'll take it. Alright, see? More than fast enough. In fact, I think we should get more cash out of this event than we put in, so... Exact records from the Gran Turismo vehicle database indicate that exactly 3,900 units of the iconic 1997 Auto Works Limited were categorized. This is the one from 1998 though, isn't it? Technically. Technically. I mean, even if then, like if so, I'm willing to like bend the numbers a little bit for this particular championship because I don't think there's anything here otherwise with less than 1,000 units produced for this particular championship. On the outside? Oh god, that's a little wide. Easy. So the reason the unit cutoff was 1,000, yeah, because we had to just kind of like dial in a number. Otherwise, we're debating all the time if this and that car is rare. And 1,000 is like a clean number. Like under 1,000 is like undebatably rare. Like over 1,000, you could maybe be like, ah, you know, it wasn't rare technically in this and that region, you know. But under 1,000 is like, yeah, okay. Under 1,000 is rare. Period. And there's just no debate at that point. At that point, you're talking extremely exclusive cars that were mostly only given away to specific people or produced for other reasons, you know. Technically, Veyron is rare. Surely there were more than 1,000 Veyrons produced. I mean, maybe like special trims, I guess, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I got at that point, yeah, I guess the Veyron is rare. Just doesn't really feel that way because everyone knows what a Veyron is and you see it in like every goddamn racing game, but if you really think about it, yeah. I can't say I've ever seen one in real life, so... It is a hypercar, and hypercars, generally speaking, are pretty rare. Yeah, only 450 were made. Between 2005 and 2015. I'm surprised they already started making these in 2005, honestly. Yeah, I also associate the Veyron more with the 2010s. Like, I would have assumed that the first one probably came out in like 2008, 2009 maybe. Because the earliest appearances in a game I can remember was in Shift 1. A Need for Speed Shift. Don't think I've ever seen it any sooner than that. I guess it was in Pro Street too, yeah. But it was kind of like a bonus or DLC car. It wasn't GTPSP. But wasn't GTPSP also like 2009? It's a bit later. Definitely surprising that it was already around in 2005. Like, it doesn't even look like a car from 2005, honestly. Anyway, GG, we finally wrapped up this insanely epic and adrenaline-inducing cup. Yeah. Okay, let's see what we get for our efforts. Baron is so old that there is a remake version of it based on the newest Bugatti. I think we looked at this car in the used car dealer earlier and determined it's probably not rare enough. I mean, feel free to look again. But yeah, I don't think it is. ZZ1 could be used for the Supercar Festival. That's a good call, actually, yeah. But yeah, I think this one will have to sell. Kinda sucks, because, historic. But sadly not rare enough. Okay, I'll have I think I'll have another look at the used cars here. Not sure if they fully restock, like full refresh, or if they only add like a couple every now and then. But yeah. Once again, if you see anything, just scream at me. But seems pretty standard fare here. Especially because I think the rarest cars spawn in the beginning. Could this be a rare wagon? I kinda doubt it. But it might be. Legacy Touring Wagon GTB? From 96. You looked it up for specifically the 1968 model of the 117 coupe. There were only 63 models, 63 cars sold. Okay, that kind of sucks. Means we could have kept it. 400 units for this. My god, did we actually find a rare wagon? Can afford it too. I'll keep looking. 117 coupe sold over 800,000 cars in total though. Yeah. I think people would have been upset if I used it. It's not a wagon though, is it? What game is the song from? It's from No More Heroes 2. Anything historic? Don't think so. Well, if you say the wagon is rare, I'll get the wagon. Oops. The GTB Legacy never had any specific numbers on its rarities. However, it was a Japan-only version. No concrete numbers on sales. It doesn't really look like something that's rare, if I'm being honest. But if it was Japan only, I feel like it could have been. It's rare because the actual production started in 98, really. I'm using the triggers for gas and brakes. I'm gonna make the call and say this is rare. If it's Japan only, Japan already, I think, doesn't have that many wagons. Like, wagons aren't, like, super popular in Japan, I think. It's a Legacy from, like, 96. I'm gonna pull this. I'm gonna let you decide. If you believe this is rare, if we don't have any, like, actual info on this, then I'll let your judgment decide. And you tell me if this is rare enough. That's a safe choice of the Ortec Stagia. I'm not sure if I was able to afford it. And also, I'm not sure if it's still in here even. This model and its limited Blitzen variants had the tightest production runs. With specialized editions, often seeing fewer than 400 units rolled off the line. And this was even 2 years before that. So if each model year only sold around 400, this one, actually I'm not sure if it would have sold less. If it was new, it probably would have sold more. Either way, you guys say no. Your guys' judgment is martial law or something, I don't know. And it's a no then. So that begs the question, what else, if anything else is even purchasable here. There's a purple Camaro here. Which I think that could be rare. Not sure if it says the exact color name here. Not sure if we would need one though. I'm not even sure where the Autotech Stagia was. If it's even still in here. I don't think there was anything here. No, I don't think there's anything here. But we could check. I went past it? Did I? Are we sure we're talking about the same car? Well, what am I looking for? What we could do is just go straight to the dealerships. Where's Japan? Cube EX. Z Roadster, my nemesis. They might not actually be selling any stages. Actually they don't. I mean, we can ignore this for now. We can still figure that out later. Because we can just do the Spider Roadster with the Miata. That is a valid option. Or can we use something else? I don't think so. Does the roof count? It shouldn't. No, neither of these should. I'll just jump back into the Miata, but I think I'll need to give it like at least one upgrade or two. Because otherwise we can't win. Tune shop. Can add a supercharger? Does not sound like a good idea. I think I'll also give the sports tires. I think I'll be struggling otherwise. Okay, should be fine. Should be good enough. Okay. Beginner events. Eight. Ah, one short of 6-7. One short of 67 points. Gen Alpha seething right now. I'm really scared of that Lotus in the race. And also one short of 69. Gen Alphas and Millennials seething in here. And 68 is really the middle chart between 67 and 69, yeah. Yeah, we Zoomers, we need to claim 68, dude. Right? Like, we're the middle generation between Millennials and Gen Alphas. Millennials have 69. And Gen Alphas have 67. We need to claim 68. The true funny number. Yeah, Insta is flooded with these handhelds like 10,000 retro games. Do you mean stuff like the AYNs and Retroids? Because I do own one of these. Essentially, it's just a phone, in a way, just an Android device. Without all the phone bullshit. So you can just kind of use it for gaming. But it does come loaded without any stuff, like you have to set it up yourself. The ones that have built-in emulators? Okay, I don't know what that is then, and I would not buy that. If it already comes installed with stuff, I would not buy that. Surprised that Miata manages to actually beat the opponents this well. I was really scared of the Elise, honestly. Thought the Elise would be a big problem here, but really isn't. 101 point race now, okay. What the fuck changed? Looking for a way to play some old school games for the first time, like old Pokemon stuff. I mean, there's like devices out there that I can recommend. Like basically what you're looking for is an Android handheld, right? It's like these devices that look just like a Game Boy or a DS or whatever it is you really want to play. And it's basically just a clean blank slate Android device. So you basically just load your favorite emulators and games on it. And then just play it. Like I have an AYN4. It's basically kind of like a... It's kind of like a 3DS. So you have like a clamshell dual screen thing. I love it. Like I played so much on it already. And there's a ton of them out there. Like you can get like a mini Game Boy type thing that costs like 80 bucks maybe. Like there's two brands I would recommend called AYN, and the other good one I think is Retroid. But actually they might have more hit and miss models. I'm not sure if there's any other ones that are pretty good. Yeah, Miu is a decent one. Yeah, I do have an Enbenic as well. Like it's right here. It's a bit dusted. I don't really use it much, but it's kind of like a mini Game Boy that has like a USB-C slot there, and you can just kind of load it up with stuff. You might also have an SD card slot. I'm not sure, but it's kind of like one of those. This one's probably like 60 bucks these days. That's pretty cool, but I much prefer my Thor. I barely use that thing. And to be fair, it was more of a gift as well, so... At least I didn't throw out my money. Coworker has the exact same one. Yeah, I think that one's an Enbenic. Not sure what the exact model is, but yeah, I mean they're pretty popular because they basically... Like, they're super cheap. They're like the cheapest gaming device you can buy, really, like 60 bucks maybe. And then you spend like an hour or so to just kind of set it up with like Game Boy games and whatnot. And then you can play. So I think the thing for something less than 800 euros. Okay, if 800 euros is your budget cap, you can buy a lot of stuff. Like at that point, I would honestly maybe even rather recommend a Steam Deck. Although I think those have also gotten more expensive to the point where I'm not sure if they're still worth it. I mean, it really depends on you and what you want to do. If you just want to play like old Pokemon and stuff, then I would maybe honestly recommend the Thor, because that one allows you to also play all of the DS and 3DS games really well. Because you still have the double screen. But if you want something with just one screen, kind of more like a PSP, yeah, the AYN Odin 3 is really good. Yeah, the Steam Deck is not worth it. Like, I love my Steam Deck, but I'm glad I bought it before it got the price bump. It's not worth it anymore. It's too outdated at this point. Like, at this point, it should realistically only cost like 300 bucks. Or maybe less than 400 for the top model. But yeah, it's almost like 1,000 at this point. It's not worth it. But let me show you the Thor that I have for them. But it looks, from the outside, looks just like a regular 3DS. I do have a custom grip. I'm just gonna remove that. But yeah, it looks just like a regular 3DS. Ignore the sticker. And then you open it, and yeah, you basically have two sticks, which is kind of like the cool thing, right? Like you got a second one, so you can play dual stick games if you want. And then you can play whatever you want. Like I've been playing a bunch of GBA, DS, 3DS. Even PS2 stuff, which I kind of stopped playing here because the achievements are broken. But Yeah, it's cool shit. Yeah, both are OLED screens as well, which if that matters to you, that is obviously kind of nice. And it does matter to me, so I'm very happy with that. Can I slide this back in without breaking it? Yes, okay. I can recommend, but these also have gotten a little bit more expensive, unfortunately. I think $50 more, which, I mean, all things considered is not too much these days. Like, everything is way more expensive. But yeah. Anyway, no, okay. I thought we had another prize car coming up, but I still need to do one race extra. All right. Okay, I don't think there's any release in the race this time. Yeah, you can add an SD card. That's why I have all the games on as well. But you can even play Windows games on that thing, which is crazy. Like, I only messed around with it a little bit. But there's even apps like what's it called? Game Native? Where you can basically log into your Steam account. And it will basically like emulate your Steam library games, so they run on Android device. Absolutely ridiculous. Obviously there are limits to that. But it does work with a surprising amount of games. Imagine playing... people did play Skyrim on that thing, yeah. People definitely are playing Skyrim with mods, I think, even on the Thor. I've definitely seen that already. Okay, I'm gonna need to go for a diabolical bump here. There we go. Oh, shit. Okay. Nope. Surprised how fast the whatever that thing is. I think I'm having more trouble with that one than with the Lotus from earlier. If I didn't go for the bump, I don't think I would have won. Anyway, win's the win. Now we get a new prize car. That has to be the most common ass fucking car we got all day. I mean, hey, we can do a challenge like that too. Just playing through Gran Turismo 4 with only common cars. That would be an option too. Okay. So the next championship would be what? Force shootout. Yeah, we can do that in anything. Okay, the dealership has not updated, so not worth checking. So what's our fastest 4-cylinder car then? Under displacement. Easily the Evo. Easily the Evo. The used shop didn't refresh. It did not. Okay, so then this was actually a good purchase anyways. I thought I could only really use this for the one-make races. But, no, it's actually really good for this. Yeah, with the Steelies. One-point race! Oh. See now that right there, that is a rare wagon. That is a rare fucking wagon. That I need. That's the one I need. Oh my god, what tires does this thing run? Is the Odyssey hyper common? Shh. That's minivan. Shh. Chat. You're making me look stupid. Okay, the tires definitely tripped me up. Those are not sports tires. Oh, dude, almost clean. Almost clean. Cut the steer way too hard. Okay, this should be easy. At least these should be easy. Oh, 2 points race. Oh, dude. Okay, we're cranking things up. You gotta bring out the dangerous music here. How the fuck was this a 2-point race instead of a 1-point race? Where's the difference even? That I really don't get. I mean, I do feel like they keep up a little bit better than the last race. So maybe it is worth 1 point more. Yeah, Gran Turismo soundtrack is really good. I don't think I've ever streamed the game, did I? I'm not even sure if I streamed any Grid game before. Maybe Grid 1? Yeah, Grid 1 I definitely streamed before, for sure. Definitely not the second one though. I think it was rare. It is. It is. I'm not sure what lands the gen, but it's an RS Tommy Makinen edition. And that does make it rare. What racing game do you all consider to be the most difficult to 100%? Well, if you want the dumb answer, probably a racing game that has some kind of like online requirements without any active service, because that makes it. I mean, you did say impossible doesn't count, so I guess I just ignored that. Hardest to 100%? I mean, Gran Turismo 4 is definitely up there for sure, just because of the time investment. Carbon I did it recently. It's not that bad actually. 100% in Carbon is not that bad. Yeah, Trackmania, if you want to go for the author medals, is extremely difficult. Yeah, any Trackmania, if you count author medals as 100%, then yeah. Not sure. There's some racing game on my mind. I get the tip of my tongue that I can't really point to right now. One with like a lot of like weird like objectives and stuff. Yeah, TXR games are pretty rough. I think in particular Racing Battle C1GP, I was told, is really bad in particular. Yeah, I would still go with Trackmania though. I think that is probably like the hardest racing game to 100%. It doesn't even matter which one you pick. Because of the Trackmaster medals, is like actually pain. That requires you to get like almost competitively good at the game. So you'd have to grind that for several years first. And then you also need to just do a lot of it. Because there's a ton of tracks in these games. Most people will never do that. Even most people that try to go for it will probably eventually just settle for the Colts. Which already that is hard enough. Okay, price cut time. Let's see what we'll get this time. That is extremely common, I think. But at least not rare enough to be usable, I'm afraid. More common than the Megane. I'm not sure if it's more common than the Megane. But definitely common. Okay. I think now is the point where we have to buy something. You said the Silverado concept would be eligible for the sports truck race. Can I just buy that? Actually, it's a Chevy, right? Hello, Chevrolet. Are you selling a concept car? Do you happen to be selling a concept car? Okay, well, it's not for sale. What about the, what about this? The SSR. Too common? Too common. I think we don't have any other options. So I'd have to roll this somewhere. I don't think you can buy it in the used car dealer either. Because I think you usually get that car as a price car, right? From the sports truck race without the randomizer. So honestly, I think in those instances, I'd be fine with settling with the most rare available car. How's that for a deal? Right? Like in events where I literally cannot get a rare car, I'll at least get the most rare car out of the ones that are available. So that includes, hold on, the Dodge Ram 1500, the Toyota Tacoma Crossrunner, the SVT F15 Lightning, that's not rare, and the midgets and the SSR. I'd say it has to be the SSR or the Dodge Ram. I'm not sure. Could try to do one makes and see if we're lucky. The chance to get one of these is like roughly 1 in 800. I've gotten a lot of like good rolls, but that is like utopian. You could go an entire save file and not find that thing. You think the midget is the rarest? The first one or the second one? I honestly don't think these are rare at all. In Japan, at least. I think these were everywhere. There were only 4,270 SVT Lightnings. Really? I thought it was the most common car. Well, I guess the Tacoma is the most common. It's a special edition. True, I guess the SVT makes it a special edition. I mean, feel free to still look some stuff up. Look up some numbers if you want to just make double sure. But true, it's a Ford SVT. It does mean something. I'm not sure what it does. There were over 300,000 first-gen midgets, yeah. Like I said, the midget is not rare. That is an extremely common car in Japan. Just generally in Asia, really. So it would be the SVT. I can't imagine that the RAM is that much rarer. Although I'm not sure what Laramie is supposed to mean. I mean, let me take a look at them. I know the Silverado is the most rare, but we can't buy it. Dodge Ram 1500 Laramie Hemi Quad Cab. That does sound really specific. I think even then, like, really more of a technicality. Yeah, the Crossrunner is not super rare for sure. It's a normal trim. Okay, it's just called that then. So it's either the Ford or the SSR. If anyone has any numbers on the SSR, so I can just kind of like be sure. But I would say this was still a pretty common car. RAM was 8,000 to 12,000. Okay, nice. The 2003 Chevy SR was made in just 3,400 units, but 24,000 total. I'm not sure if I want to count model year. I think if we're starting to count model year... I mean, these are all the same. Let's be real. Wait, 39,000 SVT Lightnings? I thought it was only like 4,000. Might be best to go with the rarest of the permitted vehicles. Yeah, that's what we're trying to find out. Which of these had the least amount of sales, or units, basically. But I'm not sure who said it earlier. I thought there were only like 4,000 of these. Of the Ford. There are 28,000 Lightnings of that gen compared to the 800,000 F150s of that gen. That's super rare. I mean, it is rare in like correlation, but I'm just looking at raw numbers, you know. But it does mean that the SSR is still more rare, though. If we take the 28,000. Not sure where the 4,000 from earlier was coming from, but... It does mean that the SSR is the rarest. Out of all the cars we can reasonably get. So it'll be this then. I can just barely not afford it. I'm missing a little bit over 1,000 credits. Oh, bullshit. Okay, you know what? Fine. I'm not gonna sell a car for this. I'm just gonna do like another event. Yeah, someone dropped like 30,000 or so on the Tacomas. We also don't have a wagon. We have a 6-cylinder though. I'll do the 6-cylinder shootout. What's the best we got? I'm not sure. Wait, does the Yellowbird count? Cause nah. I mean, we could try. Let's see if it does. Hey! Nice. Think about 15,000 for the Tacoma. So I mean that one's more rare. Oh my god. Okay, well we'll need to come back to that. We'll need to come back to it. There's too many numbers being thrown around. I hope I can drive this without any tire upgrades. This thing is gonna kill me. Oh my god, yeah. Okay, this thing is undrivable without sports tires. Holy. It doesn't need them, I'm just gonna give this sports tires, I think. Just for my own sanity. Because, Jesus, man. There we go. On straight, I got no problems. I'm getting slowly used to this car's handling. And now you understand why I said it's the worst driving car. Yeah, I did, yeah. It's pretty rough. Without any help or upgrades, it's pretty miserable. And I have traction control on, mind you. Without it, this would be even worse. An old Sport Auto magazine reporter claimed it's the best supercar available in those times back on release. What would I say to this? I would say that is attempted murder, actually. I'm saying that as a reputable source and getting people to buy this car and drive it. I'm getting tired after this. Because I'm getting tired of this. Even if I don't necessarily need them. I mean, we still have the Boxer Cup after this. For which we definitely need to kind of stock up on upgrades a bit. Not many, but tires I think are bare minimum. There we go. Not even that expensive. It's still gonna be kind of difficult to drive. It's not gonna be a walk in the park. But I'll take it. I'll take any improvement I can get. No, it's definitely much better. Not great still. But better. Okay, doing fine, I would say. Yeah, this time I'm not sure if I even need to upgrade the car for the Boxer Cup. I think I'm gonna be just fine. Actually, I think the fastest car we can encounter in the Boxer Cup is this exact yellow bird, so... at the very least we should be on equal footing. Alright, cool. Zoom, just gonna zoom to the finish line. Yeah, most cars in the Boxer Cup are Subarus. Like, they make up the bulk of, like, the entire lineup. And usually you have, like, 1 or 2 roofs in there that dominate the field. So if you can pull up with your own roof, that obviously makes things a lot easier. Especially if you got one of the fastest ones like this one. Mike Simons for the roof right now. Not really, considering this is an extraordinarily easy race. But hey. Maybe I can just play more exciting music. And then crash the car against the guardrail. Oh, that was close. I'm starting to understand this car. I'm learning to read it like a book. Does the Cyan count as a rare car? Yeah, it definitely does. Because I think that was also just a concept. Maybe they made a couple more of these for like auto shows and stuff. So if we do get one, we can use it. Man, I'm not sure what's going on, but I feel like over the course of the stream, my sickness has faded away. Like, I don't need to cough anymore. Like, I usually needed to cough a couple, like every couple minutes though. Which I did in the beginning of the stream, but now I don't. Like, that feeling in my chest is gone. Maybe streaming is the cure to all sickness. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the 4GT would not count as rare. There's definitely more than 1,000. Not thinking about it can help. But I'm thinking about it now. But it actually does work with, I mean, like a similar thing does work with hiccups, I found. Like, if you can gaslight yourself into thinking that you are not actually having a hiccup, like you're just faking it. Like, hiccups don't actually exist. You're just kind of like, you think you're having hiccups and your body reacts to it, but you don't actually have hiccups. If you can successfully gaslight yourself into believing that, like actually believing that, they will disappear. That actually works. That worked for me, like I think at least like 3 or 4 times. I don't really get hiccups that often. But I mean, anytime I did, I tried to like gaslight myself into believing that. And when I fully believed it, when I was fully convinced of that, they usually disappeared. It's super weird. Alright. More price card. Might make it the last one for today. What time is it? I think it should be about 8. That's almost 8. Might make it the last one for today. So, let's see. Let's make it count. Yeah, that's pretty rare. So rare, in fact, I think there's only one of these. Nice. Can we use this, though? That's the cough again. Can we use this for anything, though? It does count, I'll definitely keep it. But, maybe in the concept car club? Actually, we might already have other cars that would work, though. Or tuning car Grand Prix, maybe? Yeah, production of tuner cars only. Maybe. Japan. It definitely would work in Japan. Maybe. Maybe we can squeeze it in somewhere. But yeah, that's our lineup for now. Pretty rare cars. Some of them more debatable than others, for sure. But I would say we... This one has 404 horsepower. Horsepower not found. I would say we followed the rules, the self-established rules, pretty well. Like, I would say we definitely mostly used rare cars. Like, fairly universally agreed upon used rare cars. So, yeah. Pretty cool. Pretty cool way to play the game, I will say. So we're definitely going to continue this, maybe tomorrow even, I'm not sure. I definitely want to stream more often again. I feel like I've been, felt like I was almost quitting streaming for a while. So, yeah, gotta crank it up again. So, hope you all had fun though. Once again, I don't stream GT4 as often, so when I do, I hope you enjoy. And I'll try to stream more GT in general. Because, you know, you guys always show up and you guys always enjoy it. That means I enjoy it and hopefully show up more often as well. So yeah, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate y'all. And until next time, take care, take it easy. And as always, peace. See you guys.